Well, and sitting with both of these teams in there was one common theme. They're ready to stop the talking and start playing football.
Talking they have to worry about now is post-game, and they hope that they'll be talking as the winning team.
And we'll see. You know, both sides come in with a game.
Want to see if they come out conservative, trying to minimize errors, or if they have enough confidence to attack early and try and take advantage of the other team's nervousness.
Away we go in Super Bowl 59. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts with a run by Collins. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. And the big boys up front in the trenches. What do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Running out of the gun, Collins. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags 1st down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Trubisky. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. That's complete. It's Collins. It's a gain of 5, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So 2nd catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game too. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. But one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, where that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
A 1st carry for Kenyon Drake. And he's going to be stopped close to the 1st down marker at about the Redskins 31.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing, often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They'll try and run forward with Collins. And now a fumble. The ball's out.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Emmanuel Agba just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky. From the shotgun is Trubisky. Throw left side complete. It's Collins.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead. 3 points, probably not going to win this Super Bowl, but at least you get something on the opening drive.
And it's certainly not going to lose it. So the bottom line is, come away with the points now, come back and get greedy later, and try and put it in the end zone.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. So out comes the Redskins offense now onto the field. They're led out by their big-bodied electric quarterback, Cam Newton.
Cam has all the skills that you're looking for. The arm that can do everything. The ability to run, hard to bring down because of his size. But the joy that he plays the game, I think that's his stock in trade. That's his calling card. That's what sets him apart from other players.
Newton on first down. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day.
From the gun, here's Newton. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. Touchdown, Washington! Saquon Barkley, 57 yards. And the Redskins have taken the lead. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
Jason Myers now for the extra point. He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. We get a glance at the Redskins defense as they go back out there now. And we're going to get a peek at some of the hits that have helped them get this first half lead.
And you know how the best hits happen? By being really good on that side of the ball in terms of fundamentals, being in the right spot, diagnosing plays well, and being there at the point of attack. They are really making it happen.
They'll begin the drive with Collins. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
First carry now for David Montgomery.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing, and I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. His second catch of the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Trubisky will come up here first and 10. And this is Collins. And he loses the football a second time. I'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
2 yards, good enough for a first. On first, they go right back to Collins. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
To throw on second and 6. Trubisky, a deep ball for... And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Before pass, offense.
Oh, they hate that. Wipes out the big play.
And I know this is the NFL, so they would probably fine you for this type of a penalty. But when I was in college, you used to have to do up-downs for the number of yards that you cost a team in a big play.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a first down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And Barkley did not get there. That'll make it fourth down after a loss of 1.
You know, we might start getting some props here in the booth. You know, that one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it. How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that first down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo set. It's a first down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11. Oh, on the defensive side, that is so deflating.
Not only is it deflating, they've got to look in each other's eyes on that side of the ball and take each other's measure. You've got them backed up, perfect situation, and what they said to you on the other side is, we don't think you can stop us. Went ahead and got it in that position. That should never happen.
Switch up.
Now Newton on first down. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. The intended target, Saquon Barkley. And now it's second down. And here a look at the offensive starters for the Redskins.
Yeah, I feel a little bad here because we missed out talking about these guys on the opening drive because they were in the end zone before we had a chance to even say anything. But let's keep an eye on these wideouts. QB already has 1 touchdown pass. You know he's looking for a few more before this one's over. those wideouts will get plenty of opportunities to try and score again.
Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first. So an instance there of Cam being Cam. We know he can use his legs.
And with that big body, it's hard to get him down, even if you get a clear shot on him. Plus, he moves it a lot faster than what people think. And boy, does he have fun playing.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Darius Geis, 43 yards. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And that pushes the lead up to 11. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it's capped off by a Darius Geis touchdown run. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And this offense led by Mitchell Trubisky going to make their way back out there. And he'll look to rebound from the early interception that led to 6 points the other way.
And when he threw the interception and he had to come to the sideline, I guarantee his first thought wasn't about the interception itself, but what could result. And I know he was thinking to himself, come on, defense, bail me out. Well, they weren't able to in this situation. Now he's got to go out and atone for it himself, but he can't force things.
To throw again on second down. Trubisky. And a quick throw here. That's complete. 3 catches for him now in this first quarter of the Super Bowl.
Many teams, as soon as they spot man defense, if they haven't called a hitch, they'll get to it as fast as they can. They want to put the ball in the hands of one of their best playmakers and hope that he can break a tackle on the outside and go for big yardage.
Here's a first down run with Collins. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the block.
6. Trubisky. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Emmanuel Ogbah, his second sack of the night.
How about that, partner? His second sack of the game, and that puts him in some pretty good company. 17 guys have had 2 sacks in the previous 52 Super Bowls, but only 3 have had the record number of 3 sacks in this game.
And we've got the list here. If he gets another one and everyone behaves nicely, we might just list those out for him. The Jags with a football to begin the second quarter, as they've got it staring at a 3rd down and 13. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Out of the gun, Trubisky. Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Collins. And he'll take this to the 47, but no further, as they get him down well short of the line to gain.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Newton steps away to his left. Being chased out left. Now he's going to let it go. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Washington. Saquon Barkley, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Well, that big score all started with Cam being forced from the pocket, but when he's outside the pocket, it doesn't really bother him.
And part of that is the word you use, big, right? He bought extra time by moving outside of the pocket, which means receivers can get downfield farther, and Cam's got more than enough arm to find them, and we end up with a big play.
The extra point now coming from Myers, and it's 21-3. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now a give to Collins. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. Boy, the offensive line there, that was a thing of beauty to watch them block.
I love how you give a little appreciation for those big guys up front, and well-deserved. But how about the execution behind them? You can see the hours of practice that have gone into it. Great pocket by the running back. Quarterback puts it right in the perfect spot. Great mesh point by them. The timing on point. The run even better.
On 2nd down, it's Collins. And oh my goodness, he loses it again. And the Redskins scoop it. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
They may have the edge on the scoreboard, but that hasn't made them passive, has it? I mean, they dialed up a pretty good run blitz there. And Brandon, you know that all blitzes aren't just designed to get to the quarterback and the passer. Sometimes you're just trying to take away every gap, every hole that might be created in the running game, and they did it to perfection and caused a fumble there.
Took away the gaps, took away the holes, took away the football. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves them with a 2nd and 3. A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Newton to throw. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack.
Well, maybe that can give them a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. To throw is Newton. Escaping the pressure right. And he works free. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
After the sack, you can understand him maybe being a little bit nervous back there, a little skittish. But looked awfully decisive when he took off and ran.
Very decisive and picked up that 1st down and 2. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. And he spins through. Oh, now he bowls him over. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key 1st downs and big runs.
Now throwing on 1st down and completing it. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. And when they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone. Myers connects on the PAT, and the route is on here in this 1st half. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt they were in striking distance. And to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Well, they had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
On first down, Collins. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to the end zone real fast.
Here's Trubisky. He's got Jake Butt, his tight end. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7. This is Collins on the handoff. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a third and about 5. The Jaguars on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Throwing here, Trubisky. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the third down play. The Jags with their first opportunity in the red zone. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. Now Montgomery. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
At the 15-yard line.
On second down, Collins. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
From the gun on third down, it's Trubisky. And this is going to be incomplete. Another good drive, Charles, but it looks like another that might end in a field goal try.
They've made some nice plays. They've given themselves opportunities, but as you noted, another field goal attempt coming up. And that's not how they want to end drives. They've got to figure out what's the final touch that they need to push it across the goal line.
Yeah, still yet to find the end zone. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
We play to win. Let's go.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Here's Newton. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 44-yard line. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
First down carry for Barkley. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 10 yards there, good for a Redskin first down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Back to throw, Newton. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
Seventh play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Out of the gun, Newton. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Not the first time on this drive we saw him take matters into his own hands, and this time he finishes things off with a touchdown run.
You're not going to be happy with me, but I think he took matters into his own feet, didn't he?
Oh, Davis from the top rope. I like it. Now Meyer now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement down on the scoreboard. Maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but bottom line is Isn't touching enough to make a difference.
Well, they haven't established that running game yet. The question is, will they?
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll run on first down. It's Collins. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. From just shy of midfield, Trubisky. They were trying to get it there to Josh Doxson, and now it's third down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Open man is Westbrook, complete. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. Now Trubisky on first down. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. The 20. A huge play there on the screen pass. 43 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. This is first and goal, and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Throwing once more, it's Trubisky. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Jaguars get a score closer. The touchdown all set up by the big play one snap before, but they finish it off here with a shorter completion, this time for the score.
I like how they stuck with what got them there, right? The big pass play, got the momentum going, right? You create it with a play like that, and you come right back with another pass play to finalize things off.
Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And he bangs it home. It makes it now 35-13 our score. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. Oh, he breaks another. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Getting set to go again here. Cam Newton marches back onto the field. And how about the start so far, Charles? 3 first-half touchdown passes.
And that's how you generate excitement on a team. Keep your offense moving at a really high level. And it's also how you establish leadership, by playing that well. 3 touchdown passes, that's the way to lead.
Now he's just hoping for number 4. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Newton, catch is made. It's Harmon. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they had planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And he finds McLaurin. And all the way down to the 26. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. 2nd and 10. Newton, and that'll be incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Newton now to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Jordan Reed was the intended target, but it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker. The Redskins going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. 30 seconds remain in this first half as they come up here 1st and 10. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just put... All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Play action. It's Newton. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with him.
Dancing to his left. Now he'll throw. And got his man complete. And able to rip off a big